All right, guys, welcome back. We are going to look at editing components. This is the next tutorial in Tinkercad circuits after you have finished the most recent one, which was circuit design, starting simulating on Tinkercad. So in this one, we're going to learn how, if we start with maybe a particular color wire or a color LED or a number of amount of resistance for our resistors, we can change that in Tinkercad. How do we go about that, right? So we're going to go ahead and hit next here. I'm going to guide you through this. You're going to do it yourself anyway, but sometimes it just helps to have someone explain where to click and how to make it happen, okay? So we're going to basically simulate a stoplight here, okay? We have 3 wires, 3 resistors, and 3 LED lights. They're connected up here, and they're also connected to a ground wire, and that allows us to go ahead and get a complete circuit. So right here, we're going to click on the LED. We're going to change that to red, top of the stoplight. We're going to click on this LED, and we're going to change that to yellow. And then, of course, the one on the bottom, we're going to click and we're going to change to green, okay? So you can see how you can change that, all right? And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to see if it worked. Start your simulation, and does it blink? And look, it does. Yay! Okay. And there's some coding behind that. If you're really interested, you can click here and see what the code is, but we're going to go into that later, okay? In the meanwhile, this is just showing how it works. Now, the next thing we might want to do is go ahead and click on the resistor and change how much resistance is here. Keep in mind, the lower the resistance, the brighter the bulb is going to be. So if I put let's say if I put 100 here, okay, that is going to be a lot brighter than if I were to change this green bulb. Watch this green bulb, because that's, again, trace it from the resistor, trace the wire and to the bulb so you know which one you're affecting. But if I put 100, that green light is going to be really bright because there's low resistance. Now, if I click it again and I turn that to 10,000, look at the difference, how much dimmer it is. Okay, so again, really, really, really dim. All right, so play around with that. And again, click on each one so you can see the resistance, and then you can change it and see how it works, okay? Then you can also change the colors of the wires here by just clicking on the wire, going over here, selecting a different color. Let me move this out of the way again. All right, again, any color you want to, can change that as well. All right, but in this case, I really like the colors it is because it matches the color of the stoplight, okay? So I'm gonna turn that back to green because that's the color that we're working with. All right, so go ahead, practice it, play around with it, see exactly, you know, how it all works. And if you want to do something more advanced to play around with it, you can click on the code and then see exactly how this works. Start modifying things like 2 seconds is equal to 2,000 here because it's in milliseconds. And that says like how much of a delay between the blinking of each light, okay? So you can read the code just like you did when you were doing code combat and you had to have comments and all that stuff. It's the same idea, okay? So you'll click here and you can start modifying the code and seeing how the program affects what happens here in the Arduino simulation, okay? When you wanna get out, just click that again. All right, I hope you enjoy. Again, the most important takeaway from this lesson, aside from knowing how to change the colors, right? I just realized I didn't change that one. Aside from knowing how to change the colors, is that we want to understand that the way resistance works is that the higher the resistance, okay, the higher the resistance, so the higher the number of ohms, the duller the bulb will be because less current gets through. The lower the resistance, the brighter the bulb will be. Okay, you can see that happening right here in the green bulb when it's on 100 versus when it is on 10,000. Okay, all right. Talk to you guys later.